What has been said on the Canal Istanbul project? Actually, the opponents have a lot of to say, but our time is limited, so let's take a look at the most popular criticisms. 1. Harmful to the environment. 2. Agricultural lands will disappear. 3. Water resources will be destroyed. 4. Population will increase. This was funny. 5. The project is a loss in terms of profitability. Now, let's take these 5 claims one by one and assess. Then we're gonna decide if Kanal Istanbul project beneficial or harmful to Turkey. Marmara Sea has a very sensitive importance. Let's start with that. Which cities have coast to the sea? On one side, there are 3 most developed industrial cities of Turkey: Istanbul, Kocaeli and Bursa. For the other side, there are 4 locomotive cities on agricultural production: Yalova, Tekirdağ, Balıkesir and Çanakkale. There are almost a third of Turkey's population lives in these cities. It's around 25 million or something like that. And half of Turkey's industrial production is carried out by the factories located in Istanbul, Kocaeli and Bursa. The other 4 cities are like the locomotive that carries the burden of Turkey in agricultural production. Now, 1/3 of Turkey's population wastes. Half of the industrial production's waste flows Marmara Sea. When we say Marmara, actually we are talking about a lake that connects with the waste of a large part of agricultural production in Turkey. Under these conditions, if a canal is not opened, it will explode inevitably. I mean, the sea is gonna explode. Well, you know it's gonna explode. Moreover, 85 of the shipyards in Turkey are located here, just next to Marmara Sea. Plus, 50% of the ports are over that sea. In short, this sea needs to breathe. Otherwise, in 25 or 30 years later, we will have a septic sea. I mean, anyone can see the danger. Don't we have started to see it on television and the newspapers? Do you know Istanbul's rank on having agricultural land? 17th among 81 cities. You hear right, 17th. Come on, there are already 81 cities in Turkey. Okay, what about its agricultural production rank? 78th. Go and see with your own eyes on the website of the State Statistical Institute. So far, what does all it mean? Istanbul is not an agricultural city. I can't believe that I just put up this sentence. Wow! If you ask that Istanbul is an agricultural city, probably any can answer that. Look, buddy, there are 10 dams in Istanbul. Only one of these remains on the project route. And only just one part of it, not the whole dam. The efficiency of another dam is also affected. So, the total loss in the efficiency of these 2 dams corresponds to 2% of Istanbul's total water storage capacity, that is 30 million cubic meters. We are just talking about a portion that will cover approximately 8 days water need of Istanbul in a year. Never, don't underrate that 2%. If it comes to the water, any ratio is important. We all experienced its importance during the drought, right? Then, how will this loss be compensated? Here is how. With the Melon Dam project, one of the components of the project actually, 1.5 billion cubic meters of water will be able to collect it. So, the loss is 30 million cubic meters, but the increase with the new dam is 1.5 billion cubic meters. Exactly 34 times bigger than it is. The population of Istanbul is increasing, just like the population of all metropolitan cities in the world. Can we or anyone stop the population growth of Istanbul? No. it is not possible. Suppose there is no internal migration, the natural increase rate of the current population is around 2.5 in Istanbul, something like that. Now, the completion time of Canal Istanbul is predicted to be approximately 7 years. When the project is completed, and if Istanbul never received migrants, its population would have increased by 3 billion roughly. Pardon me, where are you going to settle this 3 billion new population? Do you have any idea what does it mean? Where will these 3 million live? There are two ways to prevent the population remain at the same level. You will either castrate people or build an Istanbul in line with this reality. I will never make your mind tired with such complex calculations. There is a cost of $11 billion and it will generate 1 billion revenue annually. Thus, it will create employment for 10,000 people. So, you may ask, how this level of revenue will be generated? Here is how. Let me explain. What is the amount of ships passed through the Bosphorus per year? It's around 40,000. According to the procedures, a ship waits at least 15 to 35 hours. There are some extreme cases, queuing times up to 3 or 4 days. Let's not count them. The average cost per ship of these waiting times is around $120,000. If there is someone around you who knows the sector, he will tell you exactly the same thing. Okay, what did we say? 40,000 ships will pass annually. Now, if you ask these ships, my friend, look at the international procedures, the cost of your waiting period is almost $120,000. So, if you give me $100,000, I can transfer you from Marmara to the Black Sea on a safe and faster line. You can be sure that they will accept, because it is a rational decision. Even if only 10,000 of them prefer the canal, that is, only one of the 4 ships gives money and agrees to pass through the canal, the annual profit is around $1 billion. Besides, I'm not even mentioning about the value that will emerge with the project. I mean indirect revenues. There will be buildings, shops, barbers, and so on. Those also will indirectly contribute billions of dollars to the economy. What we need to discuss is not whether Canal Istanbul should be or not. We should have talked about to prepare the plans of the second or even the third channel project to make 50 or 100 years length plan. Think like the bridges through the Bosphorus. Can you say that there has been no need for the first bridge? Canal Istanbul is the plan of Istanbul for 50 years, maybe 60. It is not an ordinary, let the ships pass, let's get the money project. A project that will be taught as a lesson to the future generation in every sense. Canal Istanbul is such a plan that it has everything inside in it. Population, environment, social life, economy, water. It's a project that will meet everything you can think of about planning a nation's future.